After 2 years in Ho Chi Minh City, I've made a move to Da Nang, one of Vietnam's most livable cities, and among many things, an international destination for sunseekers. In this episode, I'll explore its most accessible beaches you can easily see for yourself, whether you're here for a short visit or a longer stay. I'm John Sabot, and these are my Far East travels. My Khe Beach is Da Nang's main urban beach. My Khe is also the name often used to refer to the strip of coastline that begins at Sen Cha, or Monkey Mountain, and stretches to the Marble Mountains, the same spot American servicemen called China Beach during the war and used as an R&R destination. Today, almost every kind of beach activity you can think of takes place on My Khe. Swimming, volleyball, surfing, fishing, walking, or just kicking back on a chair with a beer or coconut water. It's family-friendly, has waves that are gentle enough for swimming most of the time, lifeguards on duty from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., water temperatures from 24 to 30 Celsius, and a surf season that's at its best from September to March. My Khe is approximately 5.5 kilometers from the commercial center of Da Nang and less than 5 kilometers from its international airport. So it's super convenient too, whether you're coming by train, plane, or bus. And it's only 20 kilometers north of the ancient town and UNESCO World Heritage Site of Hoi An. It goes without saying that during these challenging times, these beaches won't be as crowded as they typically are, especially during the tourist season. So if you see a busy beach, it will be obviously more crowded normally. Just like an empty beach will have a few more visitors than outside of the current situation. I first traveled to central Vietnam over 6 years ago. It was my first visit to the country, and Da Nang was just a stop and a convenient flight for me on my way back to Taiwan from Hoi An. After all these years, I feel now that I can truly appreciate that this place offers you anything you're looking for, almost like much of Vietnam. From just fun in the sun to the realization that you are like one of these grains of sand in the universe, insignificant alone, yet a part of this huge, infinite space of energy that you can easily feel and see right before your eyes. When the weather shifts, the color of the beach changes and it becomes something completely different. Perhaps for you, it's time for introspection, or maybe it's just as simple as a chance to enjoy the space with less crowds. Either way, it's marvelous and beautiful in its alternative state. Maybe the next morning, life is back to normal for you. Another day at the office, another meeting with the board. Da Nang is the epicenter of surfing in Vietnam. My Khe is just one beach to hit, but offers some decent waves, board rentals starting at around $5 right on the beach, and expert advice on conditions and best surf times. If you're not in the mood or surfing is just not your thing, rent a deck chair under an umbrella for around 40,000 dong. Get something to drink and sit back and watch. Why is beer always the cheapest thing on a drinks menu in Vietnam? Because it's heaven. It may not have the best waves and conditions, but you don't come to Vietnam just to surf. You're here for the landscape, the cheap beer, amazing food, and to soak up the spirit and uncompromising friendliness and hospitality you'll certainly be lavished. You come for the soul. Lots of clean paths for walking any time of day, public washrooms, and just remember, no picnics on this beach and no mobile karaoke. You can seek either one of those activities within a few steps of this beach, and anyways, My Khe supplies the music for you. That's right. Every day beginning at 4:30 in the afternoon, you'll hear these wonderful tones that signal the start of the soundtrack of My Khe Beach.
Bây giờ là 16 giờ.
A mixture of elevator music, Kenny G, a little cha-cha-cha, sometimes some rumba. And you know, I hated it at first. But after a few weeks, I've grown to appreciate that sometimes this soundtrack is perfectly fitting for the moment. Unfortunately, even with cheap cold beer in hand, sometimes I feel it's just not. Moving north approximately 2.5 kilometers, I'll visit Man Thai Beach with a completely different atmosphere. Then walk all the way to Man Thai Fishing Village to experience the fishing culture and everyday life in Da Nang. I think one of the reasons why these beaches and coastline are so incredibly stunning is the lack of beachside development. Open spaces, amazing views, wind in your hair, your favorite jumpsuit on. Life is good. Cho Ca Go is a colorful little cafe bar right on Man Thai Beach where you can lounge on beanbag chairs while you are calmed by the quieter seaside and vibe at this end of the coastline. Watch some kite surfers and be served by cute waitstaff. probably good for one beer here before I either start feeling stupid sitting by myself on a beanbag chair or just fall asleep. Mentai Beach may not be the best place to swim, but the much quieter and local atmosphere makes for a nice retreat from the busier side of the coastline. It's the perfect spot for a late afternoon stroll with some close-up views of Sencha or Monkey Mountain and the feeling similar to being in another town away from the beach crowds. Then, as you enter into the world of fishing life in Da Nang, the families and groups of swimmers and surfers are replaced with traditional basket and longboats and fishermen preparing for another morning or night at sea. You might, though, by chance run into a group of friendly soldiers on an afternoon run. Even though your life will seem so different from the fishermen's, spotting one of them being dropped off on a motorbike by their wife and handed a thermos for another day on the water will make you realize that as much as there are differences from your world and theirs, there are more similarities lying just below the surface, which makes that exchange of smiles, greetings, and connections you'll no doubt have all the more special. I've got one more section of the coastline and another quieter, yet more recreational area I'll share in this video. Moving south approximately 8 kilometers, I'll use the public access road to enter the serene T20 beach. Then I'll walk another 3.5 kilometers south to Sentui Beach, a favorite of locals, next to the Hyatt Regency Da Nang. Even Even though the southern end of this street is lined with some of the most luxurious resorts in Da Nang, the beach is open to the public, and there are several public access roads or paths next to these hotels. With gentle waves, this is a great place for an afternoon swim, and there are usually lifeguards on hand at certain points like this one. A perfect stretch of coastline to walk, occasionally bumping into locals, and in normal times a few resort goers enjoying the peacefulness of this setting. It may not have the conveniences of Mi Khe, but you'll soon forget about that on your personal stretch of sand. Sun Tui Beach has a parking lot, regular on-duty lifeguards, and usually lots of local families enjoying a swim in the afternoon. I'm so amazed by the contrasts this coastline offers, from safe places to swim and surf to windows into daily life as it's been for decades. I'm curious and excited to wander and explore more of this remarkable place. Hey, thanks a lot for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up, please. Way more videos on this channel from Vietnam, the rest of Southeast Asia, East Asia, and South Asia. So do subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification button. As well, if you want to support the channel, I would really appreciate it. Just check out the About section or links in the video description here for ways you can support the channel, and I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. When we all start traveling again, I do wish you safe travels, namaste, tashi delay, and peace. This is John Sabot from Da Nang, Vietnam.